Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brianna. This is Coffee Books and Bullet Journals, and it's time for another weekly reading vlog. So obviously I have no makeup on yet. It's still early Monday morning. I wanted to start this vlog off strong because hopefully then, I don't know, I do better at it. I don't know. I've been so bad at vlogs the past several weeks. So, yeah. Anyways, my vlog from Readathon is uploading as we speak. So obviously you've seen that by now. But I thought we would go ahead and talk about what I want to read this week. So it is the buzzword Readathon this week. I didn't put a TBR up or anything like that because I only have 2 books that have the buzzword in it. So the buzzword is, well, it's several words. It's who, what, when, where, why, and how. I think that's all of them. Yeah. And I thought, I was going to have a whole bunch of books. I didn't check to see if any of the subtitles on my nonfiction books have one, but I'll show you the 2 books that I have here and then I'll check. Yeah, we'll do that. So the one that so I have two books. The first one is When Dimple Met Rishi by Sanya Menon. I haven't read anything by her yet, and I have an arc of her new book that's coming out, so I feel like I should read this. It's not too long. It's 378 pages, I believe is what I saw, and it's about a arranged marriage, kind of, where they go to a tech camp. He knows that they're supposed to be married. She doesn't. I apologize, my hair is a complete mess this morning. I have not done anything to it. It's already been a morning. My puppy decided to wake me up at 3:30. It's great. And then the other thing I have is This Is Where It Ends by Marieke Nijkamp. I have no idea how to say that. No idea. And this is about a school shooting. And that one's super short. It's not even 300 pages. So I think that's where I'm going to start. And then I still have 4 books on my TBR, for my monthly TBR that I do need to get to. So I think that I'm going to casually participate. I'm not just going to read those books, but I am going to at least do a little bit. So anyways, I need to go ahead and get started with my day and get ready to go and all that stuff. So I will talk to you later. Bye. Good morning, everybody, and happy Wednesday. Yes. I didn't vlog yesterday, but I didn't really have any updates. I do have updates now. So I have... That was not a great the problem with holding your camera is that you get wonky things sometimes. Anyway, so I have finished The Final 6 by Alexandra Monier. This is a young adult sci-fi dystopian. Sorry, Sasha's whining for some reason. So this is a young adult sci-fi dystopian. Basically, the climate change has made it to the point where, there's flash flooding all over the world. Cities are underwater. Basically, the Earth is not safe to be on anymore. And so they've chosen 6 people to go and habitate Europa, which is Jupiter's moon. And this book is all about, going from the 24 to the 6. And it was okay. I don't know. It's one of those things, it ended on a cliffhanger, which irritated me because the second book does not come out until, 2020. So there's that. And then, there was just a lot of things that, plot devices that were just, convenient. Oh, that happened because we needed to further the plot. I also don't think that it's really, they tried to explain why it is that they're having teenagers go to Europa rather than adults, but it didn't make sense. Because, it makes total sense to have 15-year-olds going to, being the first people to go on this planet. So, yeah, it doesn't make any sense. But I gave it 3 stars just because, I'm also slightly curious about what happens next. So, yeah. So I finished that. I have also gotten about halfway through My Grandmother Asked Me to Tell You She's Sorry by Frederick Backman. It is Backman, not Bachman, just FYI. I've been saying it wrong for months now. It's cool. So I'm liking it. I'm not liking it as much as A Man Called Ova yet, but I might. I think at this point in the book, In a Man Called Ova, I wasn't necessarily thinking it was my favorite book yet, so I don't know. We'll see. It's really cute, and there's definitely been times where I've like literally laughed out loud while reading, so there's that. Yeah, and then the other book that I am reading right now for the Buzzwordathon is This Is Where It Ends by Marjorie Nij. It's Dutch. Her name is Dutch, so I can't pronounce it, but I've talked about it before. So far, it's horrible, but you know, I'm only on like chapter 4. I'm like on page 50 or something like that. The shooting just happened, so it's about a school shooting. But like so far, the shooter is very one-dimensional. Now, I'm 50 pages in. There's 80% of the book left. So I mean, there's that. It could get better. I don't know. It could become more like, you know, the reason why. But I was reading some of the reviews and they're pretty mixed, and they were saying the same thing about the shooter. So I'm not as hopeful about it as I thought I was once going to be. So anyways, yeah, I gotta go to work. I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Hello everybody, happy Friday. It is Friday evening, and you know, I kind of suck at vlogging, but that's cool. I plan on doing a lot more vlogging this weekend for a couple of reasons. So I'm home alone tonight, and the Catchupathon starts at midnight, and I am in charge of the first part of it. So Kylie, Crystal, and I are all the admins, and we're all doing this Catchupathon, and we do it every month. So if you don't know about it, I'll link the Twitter handle down below, and you can check it out. But we do it every month, and it starts this week. Like normally we just do 24 hours, but this time we're gonna do 48 hours because, you know, why the hell not? So I am home alone, which means that like I'm not really doing anything for Friday night, which I normally do. But I'm not tonight. So I am going to stay up until midnight and start reading and do that. And then tomorrow, I think my roommate gets back like around 4-ish, I think. So I do have to film some stuff because next week, I'll be in North Carolina, which is what I was going to talk about next. So I do need to film some stuff. I am going to redo my desk area, so I'm going to film that. I'm going to film my April TBR. Dogs are barking. So I'm going to film my April TBR and a few other things that I'm like planning on doing. So there's that. Then what else? Oh, so then Sunday, I am on a plane all day. But like I am flying to North Carolina. I get to spend a week at the beach, not like literally at the beach, but I am doing audits and working with clients in like the southern part of North Carolina and then like Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. So it's gonna be like 70 degrees. It's gonna be great. Next week's vlog will be like a traveling vlog kind of. So that's exciting. So yeah, so right now I'm not reading right now just because I know I'm gonna start reading later. I do have to do some studying because there's some new clients that I haven't ever worked with before. That'll be next week, so I'm going to study their audit form tonight before midnight at some point. But right now I am just watching some YouTube. I've synced my phone to the TV because I don't ever get to do that unless I'm home alone. So I did that. I'm just watching some YouTube, and I am working on crocheting of my temperature blanket because I'm like, you know, a month and a half behind because I kind of stopped doing it for a while. So yeah, so that's my plan for this weekend, and hopefully there'll be a little bit more footage, and hopefully I finish some books. Yesterday I did not read a single page in a book because I did not listen to audiobooks on my drive. I like listened to music instead and didn't pick up a book that night. So hopefully today is better. Anyways, I will talk to you guys later. I will let you know what my plans are as it gets closer to that, because to be honest, I don't really know. Other than finishing This Is Where It Ends, that's the only thing I really have that I need to finish. I hate reading it right now. It sucks. I hate the book. I'm like upset that I spent, like, it wasn't full price because it was on the Barnes & Noble, like when they had their like really like half price deals or whatever. So like it wasn't full price, but like it was still like $8. So I spent $8 on like a really crappy book. So anyways, I will have more thoughts on it later. I just thought I would update you, and I will see you later. Bye. Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday morning. I was able to stay up till about 1:30-ish. Not as late as I wanted to. I think I'm on like almost page 200 of the book, so almost done with it. Thank God it's going to be a 1-star book. I'm literally hate reading it right now. Once I get back home, I will talk more about it, but basically it's just really one-dimensional. The villain is the villain because he's the villain. Like, there's no reason why he's shooting up a school other than he's a bad guy. Like, I'm hoping that something gets revealed, because otherwise it's just, like, it's just not good. It's offensive at this point. So, yeah. Anyways, I have to go run some errands. Walmart has a sale on their luggage today, and I need a new suitcase because mine has seen better days. It like falls over every time you stand it up. So I'm getting a new one. I'm gonna get a good one because I can. And I have to get some other things. So and then I need to get my hair cut. And then I think I'm gonna go to Starbucks and read for a little bit. So that's my plan. Yeah. So I will talk to you guys later. Good evening, everybody. It is Sunday evening, and I already took a shower, so all of my makeup is off, and yeah. So it's been a busy couple of days. I think the last time I talked to you was Saturday morning-ish. Then I had to do a whole bunch of filming because I'm in North Carolina this week. So I needed to get all of like this week's videos filmed, which was like 3 or 4 videos. We'll see. So I had to do that, and then I went to dinner with my roommate's family because it was his birthday, and so they were celebrating Saturday. And then first thing this morning, I flew to North Carolina. I think I might have gotten a little bit of footage, but I had like the worst migraine almost all day, which really sucks. It's gone now, which is great. But then, yeah, I got here at like, the time change is really messing with me because it's 2 hours ahead. And so like, it's 10:30 and I'm not tired. A little bit tired, but not really tired. So I thought I was going to go ahead and wrap up this vlog, and that way I can start next week's vlog tomorrow. I'm editing another video right now. I'm editing my Magical Readathon TBR, which is going to be coming up. Actually, you might be seeing that one first before you see this. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. So anyways, I just want to talk about some books that I have read. So I think I was still working on This Is Where It Ends by an author that I can't pronounce the name. So I finished that book. I'll be honest, I skimmed the last 100 pages. Like, I just didn't care. And I probably like should have just DNF'd the book, but I think I was just hate reading it at that point, and it had gotten to the point that I really hadn't had a bad book on my channel. There were a few that I was disappointed in, but I hadn't really had a bad book on my channel this year, and I wanted a rant book, so I finished it, and it was a whole whopping 1.5 stars, and I think I said in my review that I am not a victim of a school shooting. I was not in a school. I have not been in a school shooting. I have not been in a mass shooting. I don't know what that's like. But I'm pretty sure neither did the author. I could be wrong. I didn't do the research. But it's just, none of it felt realistic. And I felt like it was just really offensive to like actual victims of school shootings, which is terrible. I really feel like the author took a traumatic event that is happening in the United States on a more than regular basis, I want to say, like, it shouldn't be a regular, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's happening more often than it should. And she just took that subject matter and decided to make money off of it. And that's what it felt like. It felt like a very outside perspective. The shooter was the shooter because he was a bad guy. There was absolutely no dimension to him. There were 3 girls, I think, in, like, Claire, Sylvia, and Autumn. And for the life of me, I don't know, like, the entire book, I could not tell them apart. No idea who was who. I think there was one that was a dancer. There was one that was, like, a track runner. One was the sister of the shooter. One was the ex-girlfriend of the shooter. But I don't know which one it was. So that was frustrating. There was a female, like, mention of a female romance in it, and I felt like it was just, like, 2 of those 3 girls were in a female romance, just for the sake of being in a female romance. I felt no desire for those characters to be together. I don't think the romance worked. Yeah, it was bad. That book was probably... I don't know if it was worse than The Restaurant Critic's Wife. I don't know if it was worse, but it was as bad. It was so bad. I'm so frustrated that even though I got it at half price at Barnes & Noble, that I still paid like $7 for it. I'm so irritated. Like, that book is... I don't even want to unhaul the book because I don't really want anyone else to read it. That's how I feel. So, anyways, I've ranted for 5 minutes about that book. And I still have another book to talk to you about. So, on the way here, I finished up, on the way here, and then I physically read the last bit of it because I was like a chapter and a half left. And so I had the physical copy of it as well because my original idea was to read it on the plane, and then, like, the migraine hit, so I just slept. Another reason why it's 10:30 and I'm not really tired. So I finished that, and I loved it. I absolutely love the characters in this book. I love Elsa. I loved Granny. Granny was the most blunt, truthful, in-your-face old woman that you will ever meet. And I loved her. She was so great. Elsa is super smart. She loves Harry Potter. There's a lot of Harry Potter references in that book. She talks about how she always has, like, this Gryffindor scarf. She might be a Gryffindor. I think her second house is definitely Ravenclaw, though, because she's smart. Anyways, that's besides the point. While it didn't sing to me the same way that A Man Called Ova did, it's not like a, favorites, but it was still really, really good. It is more magical realism than contemporary, just because she goes on these, like, so Granny she does all these fairy tales. She tells Elsa all these fairy tales, and then she kind of has to live out this fairy tale and, like, meets these different people throughout this adventure. And the plot tended to, like, kind of go all over the place, and I was a little bit lost at times, and I couldn't really tell, like, if we were in the contemporary world, if we were in this imaginary world. There were just some times that, like, I got a little confused. Part of it was because I was listening to a lot of it on audio, and so I was also driving or doing other things, and so I'd get distracted. So part of it was that, but I also think that was maybe a deliberate choice because Elsa is as she likes to say, an almost 8-year-old. And obviously, like, those kids have wild imaginations and crazy imaginations, and their brains are going so fast. So I think that maybe that was a deliberate writing choice. So I'm not faulting the book that much for it. Yes, I was a little bit confused, and maybe that's why it's not my favorite. But yeah, I'm still very much loving it, or loved it. I gave it 4.5 stars. And yeah, so that is what I have finished this week. Is that 2 books? I don't even know. I have to go back and look at my footage, but I'm pretty sure it's 2 books. So, I have picked up the Kindle book. I started reading it at dinner tonight. I'm reading One Night Gamble, which is an arc that I received, and so you'll see a lot more of that this week. I'm hoping that I will finish it pretty quickly. It's pretty short, so I'm not too concerned about that. And then I have the audiobook for Golden State, which is the dystopian novel that I've been trying to read for 2 months. I just haven't picked it up for some reason. I don't know why. So I found the audiobook for that. And then the other physical book that I brought with me was Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. And that will actually round out my March TBR. And so if I can finish those 3 books, also the Tattooist of Auschwitz, that I'm going to be listening to on audio as well. I have this trip that I'm on, there's a lot of driving. It's drive an hour, go see a client. Drive another hour, go see another client. Drive 2 hours back to my hotel. So, yeah, there's a lot of driving. I'm not too excited about it, but, that's fine. I'll get a lot of audiobook reading in. This is definitely, an audiobook heavy month, and I kind of knew that going into it because I've just been on the road so much. But that's okay. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and end the vlog here, and then I'm going to talk about those books in the upcoming vlog, which will be a little bit of a travel vlog. I'm out here on the, I think I'm 20 minutes from the beach or something like that. So definitely going to go to a beach this week. Definitely going, on the way down here, I saw a winery, a sign for a winery, and so Saturday I don't fly back until 4:30, but I know I'm not working, and so I think I'll probably stop by there on the way back to the airport Saturday afternoon. So yeah, so we'll have a little bit of a travel vlog and some reading and close out March with a bang. I think that's all I have for you guys tonight. If you are new here and you have not yet subscribed, there's a little red button that you can do so down below the video. All of the links to my other social media accounts are in the description below if you would like to be my friend on any other platform. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day, and we will see you later.